My name's Jeff Faine. I'm the co-founder of the Faine House. The Faine House came about us wanting to solve a problem. It came with a conversation between Jeff, Sharon, and I, and there's a pretty significant homeless population. And ultimately, I wanted to make an impact with that particular population. What was interesting enough is that I was adopted at birth, and so it was something that connected with me more than anybody knew at the time.
Children aging out of foster care are very, very underserved and under-recognized within the community, actually nationwide. We're here to give our residents more, and that is something stable, something loving, to provide them with a group of, or what I would like to say, the Faine House family, to truly support them.
I joined the board, well, there are a few reasons, but when I think about the Faine House, I feel obligated to give any assistance and support them just like everyone has always supported me. One of the things I enjoy about it is the behind the scenes. It's a lot of business, putting together the program and talking about how things are going to work in the background.
When we go into the community and talk with community leaders and talk with friends and business leaders, they had no idea that for the specific demographic that's aging out, 400 of those are happening in the Tri-County area every year.
When my brother and I exited foster care, it was really unceremonious. We were at home and it was a police escort shows up and just tells you to exit the house. The only place to go was right back into the circumstances that got us into foster care in the first place. With that, you also start feeling anger or resentment, and you start questioning your self-worth. You run the gauntlet of emotions.
Being in multiple homes, being in multiple situations where they're being abused or just whatever it may be. Very challenging backgrounds. A lot of baggage to really work through. One of the residents, the very first wave of kids that came through, really had a challenge with unpacking her bags. She had been in multiple homes, and when I say multiple, it's between 6 and 18 years of age, she was in 76 homes. The challenge was how to overcome all that instability.
Knowing that there's this group of young individuals that have never had that stability in their life, who could really use someone to just love them and to guide them and to consistently be there for them, just draws me in. It's heartfelt.
We all have the same opportunity in the end. It might take us longer to get there, but I have full faith that anyone coming into the Faine House that goes through our program has the opportunity to be extremely successful.
We're making a difference not only for the community, but we're making a difference for these young adults. It's so important to have really, really good skills once they exit the building. So I enjoy that part of it, getting them ready for the real world.
My number one reason for wanting to be involved in the Faine House is that I've lived it. I've lived being a mentor to a young adult who was in crisis. We welcomed her into our home, and about a year later, she shot off like a rocket. And now I want to spend more time in my life doing that, equipping, powering, filling people's tool belts with what they need in order to succeed in life.
When people would associate being in foster care with being a troubled kid, that was really, really tough to overcome. A lot of people, it's almost like wearing that scarlet letter. Especially when they know you've gone from home to home, they wonder why nobody wanted to keep you. And that's an internal feeling that as a youth, I battled because I was also wondering the same thing. Why couldn't I just stay anywhere, in any one place? And so it was often confused that my brother and I were troublemakers rather than kids who were in trouble.
Residents have extreme challenges they have to work through. And we have to, really dig in and buy in ourselves to remind ourselves that this is going to be tough work. It's going to be tough to work through it. There's going to be a lot of emotional kind of warfare to have to deal with.
There is a bigger picture here, and it is about someone in need. It is about assisting someone with a chance to succeed and to heal from their past traumas.
Well, my biggest dream is to become a psychologist for children. Little children don't really have someone to talk to or someone to vent to or someone to guide them in the right direction.
I felt like excited that I could get back on my feet. I've always wanted to help people because, you know, I've needed help, and yeah.
I want to further my education. I feel like I have a big heart and I like to help people, but I can't help people if I can't help myself.
We have been making a facility into a home. Some of them have never named their dream out loud to someone before, and we want them to. We want them to name their dream and chase their dream and feel like they're gonna have the backing, the mentorship, the food, and the education and the occupational opportunities to go and chase after that.
Transforming lives is important to me because without positive people and mentors and people that really care about you, it's really, really hard to make it out there.
When my brother and I exited foster care, we weren't equipped to enter the world on our own. I want to be involved in the most impactful and useful way I possibly can. A lot of us, we suffer in silence.
Without all of the people that said yes to me, this mission wouldn't have been possible. So they made it possible, and it is due to the community loving us the same way we would love our residents.